I don't know if you guys know Alex Payne, but he was a very popular geodash YouTuber back in the day, and he would always beat the main levels first. Not first, but one of the first. And I was like, dang, I'm pretty good at Geometry Dash, so why don't I give this a shot? So I screen recorded me beating the levels on my phone, and the way that it went was, since I couldn't edit the videos, I had to, literally, every time I died, I had to pause the game, end the recording, delete the recording, and then start a new one up, in hopes that that would be the attempt that I beat the level. And I did that for all those Geometry Dash videos that you guys see on my channel, the very first ones. That was the case for every single one of them. It made me realize, once the videos were not performing well at all, that I had to switch things up. So that's when I started to record Super Mario Bros. Run, and that's when I started talking in my videos. And that's where the oh yeah, that's where that came from. I was a little shy at first, but over time I got a little more comfortable talking. I was a very quiet kid, and so trying to force myself to speak loud was very uncomfortable, but I did it because I just really wanted to eventually have a community built around this platform. Super Mario Bros. Didn't work out, and I was talking to my parents about actually taking YouTube seriously, and they were like, well, we can get you a computer. I was like, yes, that would literally, like, if I had a computer, I'd be able to do so much more. I get the computer, and that's when I start playing games like Fortnite. And the reason why I did games like Fortnite and whatever, just random ass games, was because I was scared to play horror games. I would see people like Corey Kenshin play scary games, and I'm like, dang, I could never do that. I would never want my channel to be about scary games, because I just I couldn't handle it. And then something changed right around, like, I think the first real horror game that I played was Pacify, and that's when I saw why people played horror games. I understood it after I played Pacify. I was so scared, but I was scared and laughing, and I was playing it with my friends. I'm like, dang, this is really fun. And so I just started playing more horror games, and that's when I started playing FNAF fan games and a bunch of other shit. It went from being scared to play horror games to then playing literally whatever scary game I could get my hands on. So I continued to upload horror games. I would upload until I hit 1K. Once I hit 1K, I remember I was sitting right over there doing the speech. I had the same feeling that I have right now. I mean, confusion, definitely, but also proud and happy, and I just didn't know where I'd see myself in the coming years. And now that we're here at 10,000, I definitely don't know where I see myself in the coming years. I thought when I hit 1,000 that it would take me like a decade to reach this point, because it took me so long to reach 1K. So I'm like, if you times that by 10, naturally that's going to be a long ass time. Once we eventually reached 2,000, and I can actually tell you how long that took. It went from June 20th, 2022, all the way to August 9, 2024. Wow. Almost 2 years. No, a little bit. No, yeah, 2 years. Dang! Took me 2 years to go from 1K to 2K? But ever since we reached 2K, I started doing shorts. And from December 18, 2024, we were at 2,168 subscribers. We went all the way up to 10K by 8/23/2025. Literally, in under a year, we have achieved basically 8,000 subscribers. And it's only going to keep going up. I mean, who knows where I'll be by New Year's Eve. You could cry, bro. It's okay. I'm not going to cry. Come on. I'm happy. I'm not sad. I don't cry tears of joy. Okay, first, it was the Marvel Rivals. Actually, let's talk about the things that we've accomplished in the year 2025. We became monetized thanks to the Marvel Rivals Smash or Pass video. I mean, I appreciate that, but goddamn, why is that the video that got me monetized? I uploaded the short for it, and it was the first short ever to surpass 100,000 views. And I'm like, holy shit. What is happening? I've never ever received that many views on anything I've ever created in my entire life. So I'm like, this is probably a very rare occurrence, and it's never gonna happen again. But then it surpassed 200,000 views. People, naturally, out of the 200-something thousand people went to go see the long-form content. Out of those 200,000, 77,000 went to watch the Marvel Rivals Smash or Pass video. And that got me monetized. That was the first, literally, I think it was in January. One of the first things I did this year was get monetized. And then I'm like, holy shit, like, this year's gonna be crazy. A little time goes by, and then the FNAF mobile port comes out. And I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. So let me make a video on it. I did. And I also made a short. I wasn't going to originally. I was just going to play it because it looked cool. And as I was doing research on it, I found a lot of stuff. I mean, I talked about it in the short, but all that information that I ended up discovering, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know about this. So I made like a short essay, and a lot of people really like, they were blown away by it. And that got, I think, 100,000 views or something like that. So that was 2 shorts in the span of like a month. I got 100,000 views. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not luck. Maybe it's just knowing what to create, when to create it, and how to create it. And then freaking the Bendy and the ink machine prototype came out. I think that was the short that actually changed everything. But yeah, that short right there surpassed 400,000 views. I mean, even saying that out loud right now is mind-boggling. Then FNAF 1 Remake came out. I uploaded that. It got almost 900,000 views! And it's still going up. And then the broken script got 250,000. I'm confused, but also happy and just determined at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna continue what I've been doing for the past year and see where things go. I'm not taking any of it for granted. Hell no. This, to me, that's where the whole undeserved part comes into play. Because it just felt like luck, but at the same time, it's like, maybe it's just the algorithm. I don't know. I don't understand it. It just works. Greatest yap of all time. Yeah, man, thank you. But yeah, something that's so simple that just has so much reward. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna stay humble, and I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. And maybe I am getting lucky. You know, maybe one day the algorithm's gonna be like, yo, maybe, you know what, this guy, we don't like him anymore. Let's move on to the next one. I had around like 36 in 2019, and it went up so slow. I mean, look at how many days are going by before I get even just 1 subscriber. Almost a whole month. Dang! 2 months to get 1 sub? My God, how far we've come. And from 2022 all the way until 2024, we officially achieved 2,000. Right here is when the whole shorts thing started taking off. We went from 2,000 to 3,000 in the span of a month, not even. And then it just kept on creeping up and up. We went from 5K. Like, look, by the days, we're going up by hundreds. How? Why me? I don't understand it. And then we're here at 10,007. Thank you guys so much for 10,000. And we'll see what the future holds. Only time will tell. I'll see all of you in the next one. And as always, that's an insane move, bro. This is intimidating. Everyone play and laugh. Everyone play and laugh. 3! Oh my God. Calm down. Oh my God. 14 seconds left. It's also a fidget spinner. No! Oh my God! Stop! No! Oh my God! Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh my God! Holy shit! Calm down, man! Guys, I'll see you in the next video, and peace out. Bye!